Hello, everyone. My name is AP the Weird One, and we are back with episode 2 of Rock is a Girl's Modesty. Oh no, is a Lady's Modesty. Anyway, this episode is a bit interesting. There's a couple. It's like a bit of a 2 sections, and we get some bonus episodes that not found in the manga. So we're gonna go over those. But yeah, so. I really like this episode. It had a lot of charm, personality, still continuing to grow, and we see why each of the characters does the thing that they do. We understand that Lesia. We found out her reason is her mother obviously came from a kind of a lower background. They're kind of lower dregs of society, and she wants to win the noble maiden so her mother can feel like they're part of the upper echelon is how she's doing. She wants to do this for her, no matter if it just kills her inside. Like this part of her being a violinist, like it happens in a later episode, but we see that she struggles to learn violin. We see that she learns to struggle to play the violin. Her stepsister, who we meet, is just a lot better. So we do see there's a bit of struggle. And then we also know we get partial wise to why Otaha does her drumming. In the last bit of the episode, she says drumming puts me in a world like my own personal world, a place that no one can interfere. It's mine. It's kind of mine alone to be in. So it's somewhere she can get really lost into, and somewhere that you really can't bother in. I don't know. That's how the interpretation I got to. But yeah, so starting off the episode, we have Elisa. She's meeting her schoolmates. Like, oh, your hair looks all nice and everything. He's like, ugh, like this is such a pain to pull this act. Like your expression, like she wants to break out so badly and be the inner rock star. Just there's a part of her that really does hate this very luxurious background, but she's like, I'll put a smiley face and actually do it. And when she gets to her classroom, Ota's in there and like, hello there, and like I'll be friendly, like, and she wants her to do her rock. She kind of pesters her, like, when are you gonna join me for another rock sessions? And she's like, no, I can't do this. I kind of gave this all up, and you insulted me. I'm like, oh, it's just kind of heat in the moment, like you were really pouring your heart and soul out to it, and just it felt like a natural reaction. And it's like, oh, okay, I could believe it, but then there's also the part like, maybe not. But I definitely do throughout the episode, like her bugging her, you can definitely feel that she really wants to play with her. Like, so there is a believability, but regardless of the fact Ota wants to continue playing with Lisa. She wants to continue to rock out with her because it was fun. Like she has someone she can share her hobby with. So, or more, no, hobby is not what she would do. Her passion, I guess her dream world. I think that would be a little bit better how Ota would put it. Yeah, so she does bug her. The first, like when a montage of it begins when they're in classroom and they're reading Macbeth, and they have to read in English, obviously. And when she goes to sit down, their classmates come together, and it's like, how'd you learn such beautiful English? And she says, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and it's like what? And like, I mean, the Phantom of the Opera and everything. Like it kind of slips out. That's kind of a cute one. And she goes to the bathroom, and Ota's right there. It's like, oh, I love Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I also like Linkin Park, which in the manga they said Metallica, but I'm like, okay, it's Linkin Park. I could understand Linkin Park being a little bit more relevant this time around. And I also saw like there's a article titled "How the Oldest Son believes his father was actually murdered." I think that has something to do with pedophilia, I believe, how Hollywood is. So maybe trying to expose the pedophilia, that's what Chester was doing or whatever. I think that's relation to it. Going back on topic, so and after that, she continues to bug her, and kind of after the bugging session for the most part. There's one more part, but from there we get the kind of the bonus scenes. When I mentioned earlier in the review, she has her violin session with her little sister, Alice, her stepsister, and the teacher's like, yeah, you need to play it softer whenever. That's a bonus scene. And then after the practice comes in, she's about to practice again, and mother's like, why don't you join me for tea? And like, are you doing? It's like, everything okay? You're not pushing yourself. And the mom is the hero. It's like, yeah, I'll join you for tea, but I just want to continue practicing. I gotta get better at this. And that's where kind of we reveal that she's doing this for her mother. She wants her mother to be part of the accepted society. I'm curious if this marriage was kind of like a bit of a forced one or something, or the father saw her and like wanted to do some kind of noble duty or something. I don't know. I'm curious if that will be brought up, is how this marriage gets aligned. But yeah, it's very supportive. Now, on a personal note, yes, what Lisa's doing is noble to say. She wants to show that both her and her mother can be part of society. She's not doing it for herself, but more so for her mother. But I feel like the husband, it's like, if you're rich and powerful, no matter what lady you have, you can just tell them to F off. If they don't approve, whatever. I mean, I'm an American, and you have people like President Donald Trump. He's a bit of an eccentric person. I mean, yes, he is a very powerful person. He's obviously shown, but he's got a character. Same with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a bit of a weirdo, and they kind of exude, I don't care who the hell you are. Like, no, if this is my lady and she comes from whatever, I don't care. You're not going to insult her. You can insult me all you want. Like, I think that there's that dichotomy, in America, like the most rich and powerful, yeah, they can behave well, but some of them are very quirky and they can not be what they appear. So does Lisa necessarily have to do with it? No, but I think it's more on the husband to say, hey, listen, don't insult my wife, insult me all day long. You insult my wife, we're gonna have a conversation outside. I think that's how, I think the noble husband should react. It's like, to stand up for his wife. You choose this person. You chose this person in life. You defend their honor to death until divorce or death, basically. Then you can do whatever. Although I think even in death, if you have a happy marriage, you shouldn't do so. But maybe it's rocky. I don't know. But I think you need definitely defend your wife's honor as long as you're married, and even to an extent, maybe even after death. Anyway, so following that scene, we kind of go back. We cut back to school. It's kind of after school, and she sees the president of the student council club, and Yukari Murasaki. She comes around, and is like, she's the president. She's like, Lisa, like, how do I approach her and talk to her? And then Ota appears right afterwards. No, it's actually not after school. It's right before lunch. I remember, because we'll get to that. But it's like right after. It's about after lunch, and she makes an appearance, and she's like, "How are you doing?" It's like Ota is sort of like the window into getting into the vice president. Now Lisa's about to ask her, like, how can I join the student council? Ota understands the situation. You don't push your luck. She grabs her. Let's go off and have lunch together. Ota understands. Don't push your luck. Don't push your forward. Like, she got the social cue. Like, you got to build up to it. So they have lunch and they talk about the rock set. Talk about having a rock session. She does her best to convince her one last time, but she can't get through to her. Although she does have the pick from yesterday from their rock session. She still has Ota's pick, so she hasn't given that back. And that's kind of the key to getting back. Keys to the end of the episode. But following that, they have a tea session. She kind of still continues to think about it. She goes to the club goes to the old school dormitory, and that's where she sees her, and she asks Ota, like, why do you play rock music? And that's where she gives her answer, like, it's a world that I can be in, and it's like, it can be for anybody, regardless of sex, rich or poor. She kind of gives this speech. It's like, it allows her to be in her own special world. And you could see the inner thoughts, like she wants to give it up so badly, but she's like, I can't quite yet until I put this tall bimbo in her place, this drummer in place. You know, she insulted me. I'm not going to let this happen again. I'm going to put her in place, and then I'm going to officially put Rock down. And obviously, I mean, you could watch the opening and know where the series is going. She's obviously not going to do it. Whether or not Ota beats her again is another question, but we definitely know. Anyway, onto the opening and ending. So the opening was very good. The song is called "Ready to Rock" by Band Maid, and I purchased the song through iTunes. It's not bad. It's not a bad rock song. It's a nice good rock song to listen to. Nothing too heavy. It works. The ending, I need to listen to the full cover before I make a decision, but it doesn't sound terribly. There was a lot of good visuals with that as well. It kind of just sounded, definitely sounded, the visuals looked very nicely and kind of showing some of the outfits of the characters off, although I think the visuals provided by Live Chart do also a nice job as well. But with that, I'll end the episode review. I like this series. It's fun. We're gonna have some good rock sessions. Hopefully, the manga wise, at least in terms of fan translation, only goes up to chapter 7. Hopefully, I can find some others and give more insight to the manga. I definitely think this is a manga that I probably might pick up myself. Like I would say in the beginning with the visuals, like her freaking out. Like they were kind of done a little bit better in the manga, but just because the black and white style, not to say that the anime does a terrible job or anything. I think the black and white just conveyed it a little bit better. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys next time for episode 3. Hopefully we don't get any more censorship. That we don't like those, but hey, there's certain things you can't do on air on television. It's become a lot more Puritan world. Regardless, anyway, see you guys next time. Hopefully have a wonderful rest of your Thursday.